Hi world, I'm Juleen and welcome to Juleen Meets World. Happy 2018! Oh my gosh, can you believe it's 2018 already? I can't. It's scary. I'm graduating this year. Oh my gosh. Okay, serious things. Jokes aside though, or I actually wasn't joking, I can't believe it's 2018. But today I'll be doing my 2018 bucket list. So I have a general life bucket list that includes things related to travel as well as things that are more like personal goals, skills I want to have or work on and stuff like that. And so if you haven't seen my bucket list before, it is located on my blog and I'll put a link to it in the description below. So go check that out. And so not all my bucket list items are on there. Some of them are more personal. I definitely feel like I want to share those with the entire world. But for the most part, most of my bucket list items can be found on my blog. So check that out. So for 2018, I've, as I said, created a bucket list and it contains 5 items. And something I had to consider while making my bucket list was that I'll be graduating this year in May. Yay! I guess. And I don't know where I'll be afterwards as yet. So I had to focus on things that were either things I could achieve by the end of May or right after I graduate, or things that were not really location focused. That's why my bucket list is so short. And I also wanted to make it really attainable and really realistic things so that I could be able to be like, check that off my list and like feel like I'm actually working towards my bucket list and not feel like it's something that I couldn't do or something I couldn't afford to do because I am working with a college student budget. So here's my bucket list. I hope you enjoy. Number 1, I would like to explore New York more. As I said before, I don't know where I'll be after May, and also I don't think I can go through another northeast winter, so I'd like to get away from New York if I can. I am Jamaican, and there's a reason I was born in the warmth. I don't think I can deal with the cold. So I would like to make the most of my time here in New York while I'm here and explore more of this state, and particularly I want to explore more of the New York City boroughs. I don't go to New York City often enough. I am 2 hours away from New York, and so it is pretty expensive to go there, so it's not something I can do regularly. So I do want to try to go there more often and explore all the different boroughs instead of just one. Normally when I go, I'm usually going to Manhattan to hang out with friends there instead of going to the other boroughs, and maybe once or twice I've been to Brooklyn. So it's something I want to do where I get to know each borough and figure out what's unique about each and like places to go to in each borough. For example, I don't think I've ever been to the Queens besides when I've been going to the airport, so I don't really know much about the Queens area. So that's definitely something high on my bucket list for this semester / this year. In addition to that, I would like to explore New York State more. I feel this is going to be much harder than going to New York City, but I'd like to just get to know the state more. There are so many other parts of New York than Poughkeepsie, where I'm located, and New York City. And so hopefully I'll get to do 1 or 2 excursions to other parts of New York. For example, I'd like to get to know the Hudson Valley more. I started doing that last semester where I was going to different wineries, but I want to do something else and just like enjoy this place that I've been calling my home for like 3 years and not really exploring as much. Number 2, I would like to do more of the Shawangunk Trail. I honestly do not know if I'm pronouncing that properly, but that is a wine trail located here in the Hudson Valley area. Last semester I discovered that there are a lot of wineries, or relatively a lot of wineries located in the 30-minute to an hour away range. And so I really love going to wineries. I really like wine. So I would like to go visit more of the wineries located on this trail. There are 13 of them and I went to 2 of them last semester. So my goal is to go to at least 2 more this semester, hopefully more than that, but I'm trying to be realistic. So my goal, number 2, is to visit 2 of the wineries that I have not visited yet on the Shawangunk Trail. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Also, if you don't know what that is, I'll put a link to it in the description box. Number 3. So an item on my overall life bucket list is to visit all 50 United States. And so for this year, trying to be realistic and trying to make a dent in that item on my bucket list, I'm trying to visit at least 2 states that I have not visited before. So currently I'm at 7 states that I visited, including New York, where I live. And so I'm trying to visit 2 states that I haven't visited before, and preferably ones that are completely different from the ones that I've visited before. So those are more in the east side, or things like Florida or Texas. So maybe somewhere in the Midwest or completely west, who knows. But I think that most likely it'll be the ones around New York. So for example, I still haven't visited New Jersey or Connecticut, and so maybe those are the ones that I'm more likely to visit, but we'll see what happens throughout the year. But I would like to visit a couple more states and get a different vibe and see like what are some fun things to do in those states, and like what's unique about them, what are some things that are people proud of in each state. So that's a big thing on my bucket list that I want to make a further dent in for this year. Number 4, I would like to visit my friends at their colleges. This is something I started out wanting to doing when I first came to college, but it turned out I didn't do it as much as I would have liked. And so this semester, particularly because it is my last semester of college, I would like to do it and visit a couple of my friends at other places. I have done it once or twice before. I've been to Harvard, and I've also been to NYU, but I don't know if that counts because it's so close. It's kind of feels like I'm cheating. So I'd like to visit other friends in other states and just other colleges and see like what their college life is like. I'd most likely get a sense of just their like weekends and their partying, and what college students do on the weekends or other events that colleges might have to keep their students occupied. So for example, I've been invited a couple times to visit friends at Howard. I do have a lot of friends there, and particularly from my high school in Jamaica, a lot of people have gone to Howard. So that should be like a pretty highlight of my semester, hopefully. And just other friends from my study abroad programs, for example, have also invited me to visit. So I'm looking forward to hopefully doing that this semester and getting to get another vibe of what college life is like for other persons. Number 5. Look at that, we're almost at the end of the video. So the 5th item on my bucket list is probably going to be the hardest to achieve, particularly because of cost and also because of time. And this item is to visit a new country that I've never visited before in my life, in my 22 years on Earth. And so I'm thinking that if I do get to achieve this, it'll probably be a Caribbean country or a country in Central or South America, because of how close they are. And because Jamaica's passport is so weak, I'm mostly looking at countries that are easier to get in, that don't require me to get a visa, because getting a visa costs money and also requires time. So I'm interested in probably going to any of the other English-speaking Caribbean countries, because that is also on my bucket list. Or maybe I'm also pretty keen on going to the Central and South American countries. I have never been to any of those countries, so I have a pretty big pool to draw from, and I'd be really excited to go to any one of them, because I know that they all have something great to offer, and just thinking about it right now is getting me really excited. So I really hope this is like the bucket list item that I'm most excited to hopefully achieve. And so I'm just like keeping my fingers crossed that I'll get it done, and I'll be able to tell you guys all about it when I do get it done. I'm speaking it. It is gonna get done. I'm believing it. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so there you have it. My 5 bucket, well, that's 10. My 5 bucket list items for this year, for 2018. Hopefully I'll get them all achieved. I mean, I kept it pretty low because I wanted it to be achievable. And so, fingers crossed that I'll get them all done and have fun while doing them. Knowing me, I'll probably have like a lot of headache and a lot of mishaps, but that's a part of the fun for me, I guess, in some way, kind of. Makes great stories afterwards. So I'm looking forward to this year. I'm kind of excited, kind of terrified because I'm graduating this year. I don't know like what to expect. I'm half excited, half terrified, but I know that 2018 has a lot in store for me and for you. And so I just want you all to go out, have fun, do something you've never done before, just like meet new people, explore a new place, learn a new language or a new skill or something. Just have fun, and yeah, Let me know what you thought about my bucket list items in the comments, and what you're hoping to achieve this year, and what things you're hoping to maybe do or try, or what places you're hoping to go and see. Until next time, thank you for watching my video, and see ya. Number 3. Is it 3? Anyway, number 3.